So I have been getting a lot of copycats lately with my particular style on Instagram. And while it is very flattering, it has gotten me thinking a lot about the makings of a viral clip and sort of what you should be doing as a new content creator on the scene and how to distinguish yourself, how I distinguished myself in the beginning. And sure, copying existing works, following viral trends, it's definitely a strategy. And at least in the short term, it can benefit your account. But if you're interested in longevity and really building out that account in a way that stands out and reaches people as a reputable sort of creator in the space, I truly do not think you can just solely rely on viral trends. That's my perspective anyway, and that's how I ended up growing online. It's gotten me thinking a lot about how I originally started growing my account and when I really first started building a following beyond my meager few hundred followers that was the case for like a decade before my account finally blew up. And to be honest with you, I truly went inward to find, ideas that I wanted to see blow up. I guess I just have a lot of really weird ideas boiling up in my head all the time. So it was just a matter of me like digging through old files, so to speak, and bringing those to life. But I very seldom followed trends when I was growing my account. There was, trends here and there that I would try and follow and try and put my own spin on. That's pretty key, by the way, putting your own spin on things instead of outright just copying or ripping it off. And I think Instagram really recognizes that. So if you want to follow a trend, notably, do try and put your own spin on it because that goes a long way. But anyways, as far as when I was like really growing from smaller numbers to the slightly bigger ones, from like 1,000 to 10,000 followers, that was purely just an exercise in experimentation. It was a constant, and really that hasn't changed too much. I do experiment still from time to time, even though I kind of rely more on my viral types of trends for my account. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. In the early days, I was heavily experimenting with comfy UI and open source tools and models. And I was not really thinking at all about which ideas would get numbers on Instagram and what would blow up and what wouldn't. I was concerning myself with what I wanted to see. So I truly see this as a hobby. I truly find the joy in what I do and what I create. And when a good video comes out the other end of like what I'm tinkering on, and like, it's such a special sensation. It's like a big dopamine release for me when I've like just tried a bunch of things over and over, and finally I get a video that like gives you that sort of whoa impression, like, oh, this is different. That's really what hooked me at first. Comfy UI is what did it for me. Animate diff, stable diffusion. The specific kinds of effects that comes out of that software were so unique and still are to me that I really wasn't doing it for the views. And I think that's kind of the point I'm trying to make here, is to not do things for the views. At least not at first, until it becomes a solid business for you, to where it's like consistently bringing in big numbers. And I truly wish that for all of you. But until that point, don't be afraid to express your truest, rawest self to the degree that it doesn't violate Instagram's guidelines. Really, truly try and bring your full, unhidden character into the spotlight, if that makes any sense to you at all. This has kind of always been sort of a difficult exercise for me, where I try and explain to people my creative process, where the ideas come from, how I come up with these things. And it's a very intangible thing, and it's not easy to put into words. But I think that I'm doing an okay job at it right here. And so please take everything I'm telling you here with a grain of salt. I'm really doing my best to explain the process. And of course, going viral and blowing up on Instagram will be different for everybody, and it depends on when you get into it. It's very possible, too, that I might have caught some waves back in early 2024 to where I just kind of got lucky and rode those waves. But there's a lot of different ways to approach it, you guys. But the best thing that I can give to you as far as advice when you're first starting out, particularly in the AI space, if you're doing AI videos like I am, is to just really do your own thing and lean into it heavily and pay very close attention to the videos that start to spark a lot more views than the others, and then hone into those a lot further. Like, if you post enough on Instagram, you will find over time that maybe once a week, twice a week, one of your videos will just like completely blow up compared to the others. And that's a really strong signal Instagram is giving you to lean into that heavily and to, I don't know, take that idea and make different variations of it. That's the word I was thinking of, variations. So you will get hints and signals during your time on Instagram as far as what direction to go in. It's not just a matter of following trends. It's a matter of developing your own trends and then listening to the algorithm closely as far as what you should and shouldn't be doing. And that's only something that really becomes clear to you as you start posting consistently and heavily. I would say at least once a day you should be posting, personally. I always strive to post 2 to 3 times a day at my current scale. But I've been at that pace for quite some time now. For several months now, I've been posting at least 3 videos a day, 3 reels a day. And so it's just a matter of how quickly you want to grow your account and how seriously you want to take this as a business versus just a hobby. So those are all considerations. I consider this a business more than a hobby. However, I am in the unique position to where I also consider it a hobby, so I got lucky in that regard. I truly love what I do for work. But you're going to really have to ask yourself deeply, am I willing to commit to this in such a way that, like, for several months, I might not see great results, yet I'm still going to be having to post aggressively every day. There's going to be deserts that you go through where you don't see much sign of life at all. Occasionally, you might get a viral hit, and that's great. And you might get 5 or 10,000 new followers from it, and it feels amazing every time that happens. But you can't expect that as the norm. It's definitely not the norm. So just get cozy, get comfortable, and truly see the joy in the process instead of focusing on the numbers so heavily. It's truly all that you can do in this world. Just find the joy in what you're doing and don't have a time frame. Don't have any fixed time frame on when it's going to happen, because you're not in control of that. You're truly not. What you are in control of, though, is learning these tools and the process by which you go about that, and like the joy that you find in them. Not everyone's going to find joy in this process, but if you enjoy making AI videos, you know, like, there's something there. And some people really see it and they go hard with it. Other people don't see it at all. There's a lot of quote-unquote artists out there online who are such heavy, harsh critics of AI that they will never touch it with a 10-inch pole. And fair enough, you know, that's more pie for us. To those who want nothing to do with AI, that's fine. You can stay in your lane. But to those of us who do see the potential in these tools, there's a lot there to uncover. So anyways, I feel like I've just about transmitted as much as I can productively on this topic for right now. I hope that you take what I've said and you know, make of it what you will. This is kind of a first for me as far as giving out information like this or advice on how to go viral and how to grow. So over time, I'll keep making videos like this, and they should be more and more refined as I distill my thoughts in a better way. Because a lot of these are fresh ideas that I'm kind of articulating for the first time, to be honest with you. But I truly do want to share my experience with y'all and how I ended up growing on Instagram. And hopefully you can have a similar experience on your end. And I want to make that happen for you. So thanks for being here. Thanks for finding value in what I have to say. It really means a lot to me, honestly. I really enjoy making these videos. I love to talk, especially while I'm driving. You know, it's kind of one of my favorite places to think and to come up with ideas. So I really enjoy downloading those ideas onto these videos in this format. So, yeah, I guess I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for being here. Hit that like and subscribe. I know how cliche that is to say, but really it does help. It helps a lot because I want to grow this account and I want to get this message out to more people and help more people grow their social media presence. So that's about it. Peace.